Hi everyone, my name is Erica Wood and I am back with another video, and I am outside at the demonstration gardens at the extension office today, and it is a beautiful day. It's beginning to feel a little bit like fall where we have some of our cooler mornings, so it's just very refreshing to be outside. And the plant that I'm actually going to talk to you about is right behind me in this raised garden bed, and those are zinnias. And so zinnias are a great annual flower of the Asteraceae family. And so with zinnias, you can either buy container plants or you can start them from seed in the spring. They germinate very easily. And once they've sprouted, they develop foliage of these ovate to lanceolate leaves. The foliage, depending on the cultivar that you have, may be more compact and smaller in size, or it could be pretty tall and upright. And so after the foliage has matured, you might start to see, going into the summer months, the flowering stalks form. And again, those flowering stalks could be pretty tiny, more compact to very tall and almost cut flower like, depending on that cultivar. But with those flowering stalks, they give rise to beautiful flowers that are in all kinds of shapes and sizes. You can get some that are kind of more of this singular, almost buttercup like flower, to a double flower that's just full and fluffy. And they come in different colors, anywhere from your oranges, yellows, whites, to different shades of pinks, and even some that are almost like a lime green or a lime yellow color. So a lot of interesting color variations that you can get with zinnias. But something that is, a really interesting characteristic with zinnias is they have a unique flowering structure called a composite flower. Now, this is characteristic of the Asteraceae family. So a composite flower is actually this flowering structure that's made of two different types of flowers. You have the outer ray flowers, which are what looks to us like the petals, but each petal is actually an individual flower. And then you have the inner center flowers called the disc flowers. And a lot of times those disc flowers are arranged on like a little dome or a little cone, kind of like what we see on sunflowers, coneflowers, and black-eyed Susans. And so you may notice this on your zinnias as well. So very cool flowering structure. Now, with zinnias, when it comes to care and maintenance, they are a full sun plant. Typically are going to flower better for you in more light conditions. Well draining soil, can be prone to some issues like powdery mildew and being eaten up by Japanese beetles. So you do kind of want to watch that in your garden and be on the lookout for it. But for the most part, it's relatively minor. Now, with the zinnias, they really have a lot of things going for them. Like I said, they are very profuse flowers, and so they are going to flower during the summer into the fall months. And in fact, when a lot of other flowers are beginning to fade right now, zinnias are still going strong. And so they create a great color display in your garden. They make a great cut flower arrangement, especially in some of our fall bouquets. And, on top of that, they are really great for our pollinators and our wildlife populations. So these are going to attract your bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds. So they just love these composite flowers to feed on that nectar. And so what I see especially a lot is I see a lot of bumblebees coming to the zinnia flowers. I see a lot of skipper butterflies and swallowtail butterflies coming to the flower. And then I even see my hummingbirds coming to see them, especially if they're that kind of deeper pink color. It seems to attract them a lot more. And so that's really wonderful, especially if you're trying to create more of a pollinator friendly habitat in your garden. And not only that too, but you'll get birds that come as well. So goldfinches, you know, they love sunflowers. They love zinnia seeds as well. So even though, you know, the plant is going to perform better if you kind of deadhead those spent flowers, I'd actually recommend leaving them on, because you know, those seed heads are a good food source for our bird populations, especially as we get into the fall months, you know, to continue to feed them. And not only that, but if you're keeping the seed heads on, that is a great opportunity for you to collect those seeds and keep them for next year and plant them for next year. So then you don't have to go out and buy more plants or buy more seeds. You know, they're very easy to collect seeds from. But, you know, something that I find with zinnias is, even though they are considered annual flowers, if I leave my seed heads on into the fall months, what I find is so many seeds have already dropped to the ground that by spring I see a lot of them already germinating. And so really, I don't even have to plant seeds anymore, because I keep my zinnias in the same spots, and they just come up as volunteer plants the next year. So, you know, pretty easy going plants for that. So zinnias overall, all around, just a wonderful flower to have to your landscape. So I think that'll about do it for today. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.